Championship. It's called Snooker Super 6's, 6 reds and the colours. The field was made up of youth and experience. The experience in the final came from former world number 2 Tony Knowles, and the youth, the talented teenager Ross Muir, 13 years of age. Ken was in the commentary box alongside John Virgo.
So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the inaugural final of the Snooker Super 6's, a classic blend of youth and experience. Here they come. Please welcome, with a top break in practice of 142, the Scottish under-14 champion, a sensational semi-final victory over Jack Jones. Here he comes from Musselburgh, Ross Muir. He beat defending champion Steve Davis in the first round, 10-1 in 1982, and he's also just dispatched the former world number 3 Neal Foulds. Here comes Tony Knowles.
All of us, Tony? Who'd like to call?
Well, there we are. Tony Knowles, blast from the past.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Knowles to break.
So it's one frame of 6 reds, and Tony Knowles, former world number 2, getting the frame underway. Oh, and that's not a bad shot, is it?
He must have been practicing.
And young Ross Muir has got a problem already. And quite interesting, I noticed that Ross wears a glove, Ken.
Yes. It's not often you see players wearing gloves. Probably his hands get a little bit sticky, but some people like to wear them. He obviously feels it's quite comfortable.
2 cushion escape with pace.
Foul and a miss.
Ooh,
Tony
even
Knowles.
using the miss rule, eh? Sorry, Ross, now you want it, knows what it feels. And Tony's having it replaced.
I feel awful.
He feels awful, he says.
Doesn't look as though
I
it's
doubt if he
upsetting him,
does.
does
I
it?
doubt if he does, in all fairness.
Oh, terrific shot. Well played.
That was a bonus.
Serves me right.
Serves you right, yeah, for putting him back in. Well done, Ross.
My turn now, isn't it?
It was the same table he beat Steve Davis all those years ago, wasn't it, John?
Oh, that was a shot, wasn't it? 10-1 he beat him, 1982.
He was lucky to get one as well, wasn't he,
Steve was, yeah. Oh, lovely swerve. But what's he left? Very casual approach they've got to this Super 6's, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm very disappointed. I was looking forward to seeing that waistcoat he used to wear all those years ago. All those silver spots all over it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, Ross obviously can't get through to this red near the right corner. One to the right middle. Just a bit high. Wasn't easy, and he knew if he missed it, he'd be leaving this red to the right corner.
1.
So will Tony pot the black and play a little cannon to that little cluster behind the ping and so develop? It's the thing with 6 reds, Ken, isn't it? If you just get the reds open, and they're all there for the taking. And that seems to have brought pretty nice.
Unless he has the red in the middle, yeah.
8.
It's just one bad shot and it's over. That's the beauty of this concept. I must say, I really enjoyed playing it. Played in the tournament in Thailand last year. It's on again this year, and it really is a great concept. That was a confident shot, John.
I mean, we used to play it all the time in the snooker club. It was... Oh, can you spot it again?
Take your time.
He's not changed, Tony, has he? Eh? Having a word with the referee.
Fine, Tony.
He's still on it. He's okay. This will test his cueing.
15.
Good shot.
And obviously the pink will go to the right corner, so this is a frame-winning opportunity. Oh, he didn't get into the cue ball there. Surprised he didn't play for the red into the same pocket as the pink. He's played for it in the middle, but it's a little bit close to this red. It makes it awkward.
No.
Tony Knowles, 21.
Well, I'll be disappointed there. He didn't make the most of this. Now, come on, Ross. You can do it from here.
This is your big moment, Ross. I'll just drop this into the middle.
Good shot.
One.
Yeah, play the green. Tony there, sat there, disappointed.
Maybe even more disappointed if Ross clears up.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that glove. The last player, I think he... I don't think he quite turned professional, was Lance Pibworth. He used to play in Bedford.
5.
And the story goes, he was playing Ray Reardon in the final of the holiday camp tournament. And Joe Davis apparently turned to Dennis and he said, "What's that?" He said, "It's a glove to stop his hand sweats." And when Lance hadn't played too well, he said he wants to try playing in boxing gloves. But that's not stopping Ross. What a chance this is.
We used to have a guy in Ireland play with a glove as well. We used to call him the gloved invader.
Well, it certainly helps, and it's something you can get used to. I think Ronnie O'Sullivan for a time was playing with a glove, wasn't he? Now he's got
It's
to
only
try.
because he had no heating in the house at the time.
Yeah. Okay, good shot from black to yellow, and a chance to win the frame. But the pink's very much in the way at the moment. Good shot. Oh, what a position. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. But for the flick on the blue, he'd have been perfect on the yellow.
I bet Tony Knowles is smiling in his
18.
chair. I bet he's smiling. Just slightly on the yellow. And that's a good shot. What a snooker.
18.
Almost. Well done, Ross.
He's unlucky there.
He's got to be careful he doesn't knock the yellow over the green pocket. Well, he's going for the screw with side. That was a good shot.
I mean, this is where Tony's experience will come in, won't it? The fact that he knows his way around the snooker table. I mean, imagine Ross at the moment. He's just a potter and break builder. You can learn the rest. Well, this will test Tony's cueing. Can he pot this yellow and get back for the green?
Oh, what a shot.
2.
Well, that was a
Cued
terrific
that
shot,
well in well.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Look at the way he pushed that cue through. So straight. Always used a very small cue, you know, Tony Knowles. For his height, it was quite small. It's a good shot on the green, and he's coming back up the table for the brown.
5.
This looks good.
Yeah, 12 points ahead, just brown and blue needed.
Oh, he's fluked it. He's fluked it.
Oh, no, I can't believe it. Ross,
You know, after all these years, John, he's still as lucky as ever.
you never lose it, do you? Well, it looks as though that fluke on the
14.
brown has won it in. 21 in front, 13 remaining.
Doesn't even feel guilty.
No.
Look at that.
20 and...
Wants to showboat with the black.
So Tony Knowles wins the Super 6's. He beats Ross Muir with a lucky shot on the brown.
Tony Knowles, your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Both guys done well, but let's be honest, I mean, what a fluke Tony Knowles done. What an awful. He's playing better now than he was when he was on the main tour. Well done, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you. You can't really see the best of somebody over a 6 red 1 frame event, but you can see when he sort of like got relaxed there and he started to pot a few balls, you can see that they're good players, and they don't make 140 breaks if they're not a good player, you know.
Was concentrating that much on the game. Wasn't aware of anything going on around there. Tony Knowles is obviously a great player, but I think he got a fair bit of luck there.
Any views, opinions, thoughts on snooker Super 6's, you can email us to snooker@bbc.co.uk. Ken, you've played in a Super 6's tournament in Thailand. What do you make of it?
I think it's a fantastic concept. I think any of the lads that travelled over there to play in it really loved the tournament. It's fast, it's furious. They were also running a maximum competition, like the maximum now is 75. But it wasn't who made a maximum, it was who made the fastest maximum. And they were running a sort of competition within a competition every day. And then, of course, the fastest maximum over the week, which was a great idea as well. So it was really went down a storm, and we're going over there again this year to play it again. Yeah,
it's early days, but we were discussing this a few days ago. Do you stand by what was said that you need to change a few rules to make it needs to be different from snooker we know here at the Crucible?
Yeah, Steve threw a few ideas, and you actually came up with one which people should know about, because you said off the break-off, which I thought was a really good idea. You should have 2 cushions off the break. Just stops people playing the negative one where they drop into it. But Steve come up with some interesting points. You know, maybe you can pick the cue ball up, put it in hand anywhere you like on the table if there's a foul and things like that. It needs looking at, but it's certainly got prospects.
Ken, do you think you need to get on with it? This is the whole idea of Super 6's would be to try and speed it up in some way to attract a younger generation, not to make it, it's like snooker, but not exactly the same, because otherwise, just stick with the game as it is now.
Well, I think it's a great idea for kids, if they're going into a snooker club, that they can play a game with 6 reds and it's over very quickly. You know, particularly if you're starting off right, because you play with 15 reds starting off, it could take an hour. Whereas you could play a few games with a 6 reds, and it's much better. I think for kids starting off, it's a great idea.
Do we think it's going to have a future? Because I'd quite like the idea of seeing O'Sullivan, Selby, all the top guys, the top 16, playing a Super 6's tournament, just to see what pace you could get out of it, just to see whether there's an appetite from the public for it.
I think so. I think it's worth a shot at it. I don't think you can have it as a ranking event. I don't think it's really fair to have it as a ranking event, but it might stand up as a tournament on its own.
Yeah, and well played, Ross Muir. Give Tony Knowles a good old go there, didn't he?
He was so lucky, that Tony Knowles.
Honestly. Nice to see him.
He's not even guilty at all. It's terrible.
Great to see him.
Grinning like a Cheshire cat as well.
OK, let's go.